Yes, hello family. It's fairly early in the morning, Friday morning, and as usual, as the business says, as the plan says, I just wanna see what the market's gonna unfold for the rest of the day, right? So without wasting time, today's fairly short one. Wanna make a short one. I've prepared everything, so just wanna illustrate or I just wanna show what's happening and what I wanna see price do for the rest of the day. Right, so this is the XY is the dollar index, and this is going to show me the strength of the dollar, and that will help me to trade or anticipate moves into other currencies, that's EU and GU, gold, and any other dollar associated currency. Alright, so the dollar has been crazy since we had FOMC. It has been crazy, and we have seen how it has declined. Alright, and that's okay. Right, the goodness with trading is just that we are adaptive. Alright, we just want to see what price does, and then we align ourselves into its movement and see how we take advantage of the movement. So starting from the daily time frame, something significant happened yesterday. Alright, this was the external breakout structure we had. Alright, the external breakout structure pushing price up, telling us yes, for sure we are going to the upside. Alright, that was a breakout structure. I don't want us to go backwards, I have no business there. And then we had this internal breakout structure that led to this external breakout structure. Initially, alright, a few weeks ago, I wanted to see price come to this level, alright, but for whichever reasons, it decided to create another change of character to the upside and close above our last swing high, right? And that gave us an implication that this DXY is no longer going to come down to this level, to this discount level, rather than it's going to take this buy side liquidity, and there was nothing wrong with that. Alright, that's what we saw from the chart. So our aim was to take our trade from this order block, this black candle, to target this buy side liquidity, and that's because price created this bullish market structure shift. But since on Wednesday, Wednesday, this the FOMC came, you have seen how price has been crazily downward and eventually tapping to our ultimate area of interest, alright, our previous area of interest, and creating this bearish change of character. Alright, there's nothing wrong with that. We are, as long as I'm concerned, we are in a bullish run. Alright, we are still in a bullish, as long as this place has not closed below this swing low, right? When we have this momentum closing below this swing low, below our demand zone, then we can say now we have switched our direction. We have changed the direction to the bearish, and we will start targeting these sell side liquidities. But as long as we are above our demand zone, we are still bullish. Alright, so what I'm going to look for today, I'm just going to anticipate some bullish movement, and since it's Friday, we just wanna see price do some correction for the move that it made previously. And if you can look this liquidity void, right? 1, 2, 3 large candles without any other buy candle in between this liquidity void. A liquidity void is an efficiency, alright, in price action or an imbalance. And the price moves in a way that it moves from balance to imbalance, balance to imbalance. Price does not move and leave an imbalance behind. It tends to balance and move to imbalance and come back to balance, then create another imbalance. That's what has been happening at this point. This was an imbalance, price corrected, alright, all balanced. Imbalance, price retraced, to balance, imbalance to the upside, and now price has come to balance this upward imbalance. Alright. So what I wanna see from this point, I just wanna see price do some corrections, maybe up to this supply zone or continue to its upward movement. Alright, so from the forward time frame, what I wanna see is that you can see that price has tapped to our fair value gap, but it has not tapped to our demand zone. Alright, and judging from the momentum that is printing to the downside, I wanna see it tap to this demand zone, and then I can take my buy up to this supply zone. Alright, and from this then you can see if price is going to close above buy side for us to continue that upward movement. So for today, this was the change of character I was talking about, that gave us the implication that yes, we are targeting this buy side liquidity, and price directly from this demand zone created another breakout structure. It tells us yes, we are going up to this buy side liquidity, but from there now, since FOMC came, we see price how it has crashed down and it has tapped to our original area of interest. So from this point, you have seen that this is our swing high now from the 4-hour time frame. Alright, this is our dealing range, swing high right there, and this is our swing low. This is our swing low right there. This is our swing low onward. So for today, this is where I want to focus myself on. I don't want to care what happened previously. This is my dealing range, my swing high and my swing low. I take my fifth level, measure from the swing high to the swing low, and see where price is at the moment. And you can see that price is at a discount. Alright, yes, you can see the bearish momentum is crazy. Alright, it's indicating for sale, but we don't count, we just only sell for premium where it's expensive. We don't say something cheap, right? You make losses. So price is at a discount, and what do we do when price is at a discount? We just want to buy. So the only reasonable trade I will take from this point is just to buy up to the discount, maybe up to this supply zone as I've said, and take this including liquidity. Right, I want to see price take this liquidity. Alright, and trade to that my supply zone, and then you can continue to the downside. The reason why I'm saying I want to take this liquidity is because we have this market structure shift right there that has started that bearish movement. That's a market structure shift, you can see it, right? And before that market structure shift came, it cleared the liquidity. It made sure that it has cleared the liquidity above there and created that market structure shift with a breaker block. Alright, this is our breaker block. This last black candle is our breaker block. You can see right there. Perfect, that's our breaker block. Right, so at least I want to see price take this liquidity, maybe first from this breaker block or ultimately up to my supply zone, and then we can start selling something like this. I want to see it can take maybe direct from this breaker block or tap to my supply zone. If the sellers are strong, then we can continue selling. But if they ain't, that was just a move to our area of interest, then we can continue to buy side liquidity. Alright, but for now, all I need to do is to see price take this liquidity. From there. I can now sit back and see what price does. Alright, so for me to take this buy from this zone to my breaker block, I want to see price take liquidity, and for me the liquidity I want to see price take is my previous day low. Alright, I want to see for today, this is what I want to see. I want to see price come down, take my previous day low, tap to my demand zone, and then from my demand zone, if I can see something like my confirmation inside my demand zone, then I can take that buy up to take that liquidity and target that breaker block. Right, it's a counter trend trade. Alright, that's what I want to see. That's what I do for today. So for now, I'm just waiting price to take my previous day low, and then I can buy up to that point. Alright, so duplicating what I've seen here on the currencies, that's Euro USD, it's just the same thing. You can see our price has tapped to our target. Alright, remember when we marked this fair value gap and that order block or supply zone some days back, but price was acting haywire at this point. It was just acting haywire, and I said I just don't want to be trading EU. Just gave me implication that they were highly manipulated. But now we can see that price has done well to tap our fair value gap. Let's mark our fib level. That's from the swing high to our swing low. We can see that price is at our premium. Alright, so it's this a selling point. On the XY, price was at the discount where we wanna buy, but EU price is at our premium where we wanna sell. When you are trading Euro USD, what typically you are saying when you are taking a sell, what you are saying just you want to see Euro declining or decreasing, while the USD increases or gains strength. That's what we are typically saying when you are selling EU. And when you are buying Euro USD, what you are typically saying is that you want to see EU being strong and the USD, that's the dollar, being weak. That's where I always start from DXY. If DXY tells me that it's going to buy, that typically tells me that the EU or the Euro is going to decline. Alright, so we have seen that price is at my premium. So what we want to do is to sell. We only sell when price is at premium, and when price is at discount, we just want to buy. But we don't buy or we don't sell blindly. Alright, we have seen that price yes has tapped to our fair value gap, but it has not tapped to our fib, not our fib level, but our consequent encroachment. That's the middle of this fair value gap, and we have our previous day resting up there. So the best thing I want to see price take my previous day high, tap to maybe my consequent encroachment. That's the equilibrium, this middle line of this fair value gap, and give me my confirmation, then I can take my sell to the downside. Alright, so that's what I have on this guy. You can see everything is clear. This is our breakout structure, most recent breakout structure, and I price has taken this liquidity, but I will still wanna see it come at least up to this consequent encroachment. Alright, it may eventually tap to my supply zone, and that's okay, but at least what I wanna see just is that I want to see it take this my previous day high right there. Perfect, that's what I wanna see. Something like this. Take my previous day high, maybe react from this consequent encroachment, or tap my supply zone, give me my confirmation on the lower time frame, then I can sell targeting this breaker block also, just the same as DXY. Alright, I'm targeting this breaker block, and that's because this is where the buyers momentum came in. Alright, we saw our price cleared liquidity below that point, that's liquidity clearance, and we see our price created this change of character. Alright, and that's how that this is our breaker block. Alright, so that's my target. That's my most recent target. Price may decide to continue to create this base breakout structure, but I don't have to catch the whole move. Alright, just chunk of the move is enough. Alright, we don't have to aim catching the whole move, the whole complete move. Just take a few moves, a few pips, and get out of the market. Alright, so that's where I want to see price tap to, and then from this point, this breaker block, then price can make a decision and show us what it intends to do. If it tends to continue bullish, fine. If it tends to continue bearish, we wanna see it close below this bullish breakout structure. Alright, so that's what I have on Euro USD. And GBP USD, just the same thing, nothing more, nothing less. Alright, but for GBP USD, I wanna see it continue up a little bit to this supply zone. Alright, I wanna see it up there, and then we can make the decision. Okay, so the next thing is USD card. What does USD card do? USD card has eventually played out from my few days back analysis. I said I had this breakout structure, internal breakout structure, and I wanted price to sell from this fair value gap. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, initially I was waiting price to tap this month supply zone. Alright, you can already did this analysis, and I said I want to see price tap to that month supply zone, but it reacted from the fair value gap, and I wanted to see it create this possible bearish breakout structure. Alright, and it has eventually created that breakout structure. Now what it can do is just take some correction, just like DXY. USD card just moves directly proportional to DXY. Alright, so you just wanna see it take some correction up to balance this liquidity for it, and then from there it can do whatever it wants to do. And USD CHF, it's also the same thing, just like USD card. We also want to see it do some correction, maybe up to this fair value gap. Then we can make decisions. The fun thing about this guy is just I saw this move yesterday, but I didn't take it. Alright, I saw it once. I saw price close below this point, change of character. Where are you? Alright, that was a change of character, and this was the last breakout structure, the last push the buyers made. And when I saw that change of character, I knew that this was my supply flip zone. Alright, price came, tapped it, and it went down. I saw it when it was tapping it. I went to 1 hour, and I wanted it to at least tap to this point. Alright, this one. That's why I was waiting it, and then I can take it to the downside. But price decided to move, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Today, I don't see I have any other pair that may require my attention. Gold, I've been with the fact that I wanna see it buy. Alright, even from FOMC, I just wanna see gold buying. Alright, wanna see it buy at least to this zone. Just tap the that zone, but I just wanna see it take this high. Alright, I wanna see it continue buying BTC USDT. I'm also on buys on BTC USDT. Wow, it created this breakout structure. Yes, I'm still with the fact that I wanna see it buy. Alright, just wanna see it buy up to that point. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Created change of character. I just wanna see it buy to that point. So that's it. I don't see if I have left any pair untapped. My most focus is on the XY and the Euro USD. Right, I wanna see it take this previous day low, give me my confirmation from this my demand zone, then I can take that balance up to this liquidity. Alright, so that's it for this morning. Follow your rules, execute your trade, and let it play out. Alright, and just know that you are always one trade away. Sign on.